Good morning, human growth and development people. My name is Miguel Valdez. If you don't know that by now, then you need to talk to your academic counselor. But anyways, we are getting started and we're starting something new, okay? And so the majority of you have turned in your vision board. Just to recap on what you should have done already. So human growth and development. If you go to January 11th, 14th, under classwork, or actually if you go even first last week to January 5th through the 8th, vision board introduction was introduced. Many of you turned it in here. Some of you turned in your completed work here under daily progress, and then some of you turned it in under completed vision board. Either of those are fine. I'll find it and I will give you a grade for it. But then remember, you had to do a presentation as well. So there's video instructions here for the presentation, and then your actual presentation instructions were here, where you went down and you clicked on this Flipgrid, okay? And so I have many of your Flipgrids already, but sometimes you don't get a notification that says you submitted your Flipgrid. But I got emails about it didn't confirm that it was submitted, but I do have many of your Flipgrids, okay? But let's talk about what we're going to do today, okay? And so now that we've established some goals for the new year, we're going to get right back into talking about babies. So we talked about birth all last year and pregnancy all last year. Now we're going to start with brand new, spanking new babies, okay? And so your assignment is actually kind of a fun one, and it's kind of strange, but it's okay. It's called My Certificate of Birth. So you're going to recreate your birth certificate, okay? And so students are going to recreate. So here's the overview. You're going to recreate your birth certificate. The certificate will have a variety of information in regards to your students or to the student's birth. The finished product will be a gift for mom, dad, or your guardian. Please see directions below. And so you will need a poster board. It doesn't have to be big. It could be like kind of just bigger than your average paper, or you can make it bigger. It just depends on how much of the information you can fit onto it. And then you want it kind of like maybe like a cardstock material, okay? And you're going to have until Monday to have this completed. So you have today, you have Thursday. I know there's no school on Friday, but you have the weekend to complete it as well. And so it's not too difficult, but there are quite a bit of steps. So you need the following information on the front of your birth certificate. So you need your name that was given to you at birth, okay? So your first, middle name, and last name. So like my name is Miguel Antonio Valdez, and I know I don't say that with a Hispanic accent. That's because I was born and raised in Buda, Texas, but I'm working on that. So you need your birthplace or the hospital that you were born, okay? You need the city, state of where you were born. You need your birth weight. You need to identify whether you're a male or a female, who your mother and father were. So you need a first and a last name of both your mother and your father, not father, your father, and maybe your mother's maiden name, okay? You're going to stamp. So here's the best part right here is you're going to stamp your foot or your hand on this birth certificate, okay? So when you're a baby, you stamp your little baby foot, but you're going to make a gift for your family or your parents or whoever, and you're going to actually stamp your full-grown nasty foot or just beautiful foot, whichever type of foot you have. And if you feel uncomfortable with your foot, then you can do your hand, okay? So you can use paint or you can just outline it with marker and color it in. And then you're going to post an infant or baby picture of yourself on the front of your birth certificate. So if you do not have one, find a random baby picture online or something like that. Honey, you look so beautiful. Guys, this is my wife. Look how beautiful she looks as she's taking out the trash. All right, so on the back of your birth certificate, you will need the following information. Serious? What? Making all this noise. I'm in my office. Okay, you need to describe the color of your eyes. You need to describe the color of your hair and whom you've inherited that from. You need to describe whether you had little to no hair or a significant amount of hair whenever you're little, and describe whether you had dimples or no dimples, to whom you inherited those from, and then describe all these different things on the back of your birth certificate, okay? And you might need to go to your parents or guardians to find out this information. Okay. And then you get 20 points for it being creative, neat, and your effort that is put into it. And then you're going to have a Flipgrid presentation. You're going to show me your birth certificate via Flipgrid. And I will post that later next week once you complete this part. And you will actually submit it in Google Classroom under your birth certificate. It'll be titled My Birth Certificate or My Certificate of Birth. Okay. Here's some helpful tips. Google birth certificates and see what they look like to get some ideas and get some templates on how to organize it. Communicate with your father, mother, or guardian to gather the information. And then if you're struggling to find a piece of information, just simply make it up. Okay. It's not the biggest deal in the world. But that is all I'm going to say. I'm glad you got to meet my wife, my forever love of my life. And I hope you have a blessed day. If you need anything, let me know. Thank you. Bye.